My God.
That's your home! Are you too good for your home? Answer me!
I'm a peacock! You gotta let me fly!
Have you ever met a person you say, hey, let me get some parfait? They say, hell no, I don't like no parfait.
How's that for a slice of fried gold?
Welcome to Brick Wall Cinema, everyone. Today I'm your host, Chance, and I got my co-host here, Sergio, and today we're talking about the Friday the 13th movie, the 1980 movie. We're talking about the 1980s version of Friday the 13th, since we're celebrating Friday the 13th. And what day are we releasing this, Sergio?
What?
What day are we releasing this?
Oh, on the 13th.
What day?
Friday the 13th.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta go over the basic info. Okay. It's rated R, directed by Sean Cunningham, released in theaters on June 13th, 1980. Get it? Because Friday the 13th. I guess because movies come out on Fridays and it's on the 13th, Friday the 13th. Runtime of 95 minutes. Budget, with a budget of $550,000 and a gross worldwide of $59.8 million. You would think that's a really low budget for a movie, huh?
How much?
$550,000.
Like, considering the times, not really. And from seeing the movie, it's not that hard to believe.
Yeah. So we gotta go over the synopsis. Do you want to go first, Sergio?
I thought we were going to do the thing where we try to describe it in 30 seconds.
Okay, I'll describe it. So we're doing a new thing now where in order to give a brief rundown on the movie, we get 30 seconds to say what happens in the movie. You ready, Sergio?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Two camp counselors are hired to help clean up the Camp Crystal Lake to get ready for the summer. But an unknown assailant comes out from the shadows to hunt down the counselors and everyone involved in the reconstruction of the Camp Crystal Lake cabins, and no one knows who it is.
Time's up. All right, I'm ready. 3, 2, 1, go. A bunch of sexy teenagers go to become camp counselors, and go to New Jersey in a camp called Camp Crystal Lake to find out that they're all getting killed off one by one by a kid that they thought were dead, but turns out it was a mom. There we go. I didn't need all seconds. I got 10 seconds to spare. I don't even need to chime.
You thought they were getting killed by a kid?
What?
Did you just say that you thought they thought they were getting killed by a kid?
No.
So what are we talking about first?
All right, so let's talk about favorite scenes then. You go first.
I have none.
Wait, you know what? Let's go back. Did you actually like this movie? Like, we're going to our first impressions.
But to be honest, at first I thought it would be interesting because it kind of sprung off this whole franchise of Friday the 13th movies. But as it kept going, I just found myself incredibly bored and just uninterested in what was happening on screen.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
I mean, like, some of the deaths were interesting, and there was some foreshadowing too. That was cool. But other than that, like, I just was incredibly just bored of everything, and I saw no reason to keep watching. I was just bored.
I gotta side with you, man. I kind of got bored halfway through the movie. I mean, the kills were cool, but they took their time with it too. Like, there's a whole scene. I forgot all the characters' names, but we'll get to that later. But there's one point where one of the camp counselors is like trying to make herself some coffee or some tea, and it's going slowly. It's like one shot of her walking back and forth, getting some sugar, bringing it back to the pan, bring it back to the stove to put into the cup, and then walking back and forth. I'm like, he's gonna pop up at any moment. I just know this. Next thing you know, cuts away saying, wait, so that was all pointless. That was just to get me all riled up. That's not really anything going on either. Okay, so I get this is bullshit to me. Okay, I could go bullshit. Just keep going. I wasn't as mad as I sound right now, but I was more bored. Even though like I said, I like the kills, but I mean, there is good things in this movie I like besides the kills. Like, I like some of the story behind like the characters. Because with me, Sergio, I don't like horror movies where the characters are really stupid and do dumb things. But for some reason with this movie, I didn't really mind it for the most part. What about you? I don't know how you feel about dumb characters in movies.
I didn't really get the impression that these people were dumb. I just felt like they were normal people.
Or I said doing like dumb things.
Like, what was dumb?
Exactly. They didn't really do anything dumb. It was just more like them being teenagers, like just having sex.
So what are you asking me?
I don't know. I thought like I don't know how you feel about these type of movies where the horror characters do something stupid or are stupid. We never really talk about horror movies because we usually are scared of them.
Yeah, I can't really handle too much horror movies, especially the supernatural kind of stuff. That stuff freaks me out too much. But this one, I didn't find myself scared or anything. I just found myself intrigued by the motivations of the killer and also the reactions and the actions that were taken by the victims. That I found more interesting than anything else.
Me too. I like the twist that it was Jason's mom this whole time because I honestly, to this day, I didn't know Jason's last name, so it was a surprise for me when I found out that that was his mom.
Hmm.
And then I started researching, thinking, oh, so she's the killer. Because then when I saw that she was a bad guy, I thought that it was like her and Jason tag teaming. Like he didn't really die, but they made it seem like he died because they let him drown. That's what I thought. You know what I mean, Sergio?
I think so. But I when I first saw Jason, I saw one of the old movies where he actually is the killer. I didn't find out about his mother until later when I actually did some research about it. I knew about it a long time ago, because of the whole franchise that spun off from this movie.
Yeah, that's the thing. I didn't watch any of the movies. I actually was more of a Nightmare on Elm Street type person, and even Halloween. So this is my blind spot, and it just feels weird. The first main kill, the killer in the Friday the 13th movie is not not Jason. It's just the mom, which makes sense now once I see the poster for the movie, but it doesn't really show his face because in my mind it always had Jason in a hockey mask. But I guess I was wrong. And what do you think of the twist? Like where I find out that his birthday was on Friday the 13th.
I thought that was an interesting kind of twist to put onto the titling of the movie, because it all centers around this day, which in hindsight actually doesn't make sense why the franchise spun off from Friday the 13th.
Well, now I got a question. This has been happening since like the 50s. And did he drown on his birthday?
I'm not sure the day of his drowning. I'm not 100% sure because this was during the full swing of summer. So I don't think he drowned specifically on his birthday. I think his mother just went on a rampage on his birthday because she was going crazy.
Okay, then that gets me to my other point. Out of all days, why the birthday, not the day that he died?
Because she's trying to celebrate his birthday. It's not really because she's crazy and it's supposed to be like the influence that Jason has over her is specifically strong on his birthday and not on his death, because despite how she was throughout this movie, she was actually a very caring mother despite like Jason growing up as he did. So yeah, I believe that's the whole reason why, because it's just a celebration of his birthday.
Okay.
It's possible that he could have died on his birthday, so that's probably why she's so grief-stricken on and why she went crazy on his birthday. But that's not really specifically cleared up.
Okay, and then that brings me to another point. If this has been happening since the 50s, where she's been killing people at the lake since like for like over 30 years, on the same day.
Wait, hang on. What do you remember what year Jason died?
No, I remember the day that it started. Like it started off in the 50s, like 1957.
What started?
Like the first kill, or not the first kill we see.
That happened in 1957, but there's no mention of any other killings, right?
Yeah, there have been.
What other killings?
Because once Annie, the girl from the beginning, goes into the town, they say, "Oh wow, they opened that place up again after all the murders." So it's implied that there's been more than those murders that we saw.
Well, yes, but they specifically name the death of Jason and the death of the two counselors. That's it. They don't name any other deaths.
Well, then again, I highly doubt that this camp will close for 20 years because of two
Hang on,
murders.
I want to fact check this because now I'm getting confused.
Yeah, because now you see where I'm questioning things.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, even if there was any murders at a camp, I highly doubt that will stay closed for over 20 years. That sounds dark, but still, that's a long time. Either they shut down it completely or they keep going. And even if so, if they notice that there's been murders happening on the same day for over 20 years, then don't have it open around that week. Don't have the whole camp open by that week because you know it's happening at that same time. You see what I'm catching? Are you catching on to this?
No.
I'm saying, like, if people are noticing that people are dying multiple times at this camp on the same day, you will just think to not go to that camp that day or not have it open that day. Am I wrong?
What?
Oh my God. I was saying that, let's say that there's been killings happening every year at the camp. then that means that for the past 20 years, there's been killings happening on Friday the 13th, same day every year. Wouldn't people catch on that it's happening on the same day and just consider not opening the park for that day or around that week?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you think
Yes.
so?
Yes, I believe that's why everyone is so shocked that they're opening it.
Okay, wait, hold on. Sergio, okay, I would say I understand, but sometimes I don't think I do. You've seen the other movies, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so can you give me more background on anything I might be questioning on?
I can. Yeah.
All right, can you please indulge us?
Well, what is it you're asking?
Does any of the other movies explain what happened with Jason between the time that we see this movie and beforehand?
Actually, yes. There's an Easter egg in one of the movies, but it's like a blink and you miss it kind of things. But you're gonna have to have knowledge of a different franchise in order for it to be explained properly.
Wait, a different franchise? What franchise?
Yeah, Ash Williams.
Evil Dead?
Yep.
Wait, no, I'm talking about canonically.
Yes. A piece of the Evil Dead franchise makes an appearance in the Friday the 13th, which explains why Jason always comes back.
What's the Easter egg?
I believe it's a nomicon of some kind.
The Necronomicon?
What?
The Necronomicon?
Yeah. Jason has been confirmed by the creators that he is a sort of zombie kind of thing. He is the undead. He is the Necronomicon is canon in the Friday the 13th universe.
Okay. This is weird. I'm gonna let this slide because I honestly don't know where to go from here. So I'm just gonna move on. Okay, so you have no favorite scenes, right?
No.
I was gonna say the car ride at the beginning with Annie in it because then again I didn't know that was Jason, so I just thought it was someone with a hockey mask about to kill, like just driving around. I'm like, oh okay, because in the beginning we see they do a good job by not showing us who the villain is by just having it be the point of view of the person, of the mom, which I like that. You rarely see that nowadays. Or if they do that, it's as a joke to where they'll say like, "Oh, it's you," and always playing a pronoun game by not saying what type of person it is. Do you know what I mean, Sergio?
Yeah. I noticed that in the beginning. I'm like, are they gonna say something like the gender at least? And say like, sorry, ma'am, I'm sorry, sir. We weren't doing anything wrong. Or something
Sorry,
like that.
him
But
or
no.
her. I didn't mean to get you mad.
Yeah, they just didn't say anything and then just say like we weren't doing nothing and then they just died.
Yeah, I thought it was weird, but I got used to it. And okay, let's go into our notes then. What did you think about the characters?
I don't know what to think because they're just teenagers. I don't really understand what to say about them because they're just generic teenagers. I didn't really understand what differentiated them from each other.
What was your favorite kill then? That'll be more specific.
I think it might have been the girl with the axe in her head.
Really?
Like I thought it was just gonna yes, I thought it was gonna end up being like where they just show her face screaming and then it's just like it doesn't show it and they just like go on to the next scene. But no, it shows her screaming, it's screaming, the axe swinging, the moon showing, and then all of a sudden it just goes back to her face being sledged with the axe, and I thought that was interesting.
You sure didn't like it for anything else?
What else do you want me to talk about?
Never mind. It was a weird joke. Okay, fine. I thought it was just weirdly how they shot it because I thought they were gonna actually show it going into the head, but they framed it. They showed a lamp in the middle of him swinging.
Her?
I honestly thought it'd be a lot more gory. I'm not gonna lie. What else? Yeah. So once the movie started, I was thinking, this movie's pretty tame for a movie that's like coming out exactly on 1980. Nothing offensive happening. Nothing bad going on at all. It's not no one's getting like molested or anything like that. This is actually pretty kind of holds up still until the 27-minute mark when we see someone playing with Indian costume.
I think that's why the police officer asked, like, "Are you guys smoking anything?"
Really? Wait, I thought the
Yeah, he says like, yes, he even says weed. He says like, "Are you guys smoking anything? The marijuana, bush weeds, weed." He asked the teenagers if they're smoking anything because of the fact that he's jumping around like that dressed as an Indian.
Oh, so you're thinking that it's okay because someone else in the movie points it out?
I never said it was okay. I just said that's something that they point out.
Well, knowing that they pointed out in the movie, do you think it might make it more accessible nowadays since they actually call it out bad in the movie? What do you think?
Maybe because usually like movies back these days, they would do something that would seem offensive nowadays, and no one would be called out for it. But this one, they actually do call it out, so it might be okay. So I'm not really sure.
Me neither. Let me see what else I got in my notes. Yeah, so once we found Alice, the last one to stay alive, we see her about to go into like another room with a gun. I'm about to open a lock. But when she's trying to open the lock, she uses the butt end of the gun. Why didn't she just shoot it with the gun?
Because there's no bullets.
Why did she have the gun?
No, she had the gun, but she was looking for the bullets.
And the bullets were in the lock? Where was inside the lock? Really?
Did you not see her looking through all the drawers? She was saying, "Where are the bullets?"
I didn't hear her say that. I don't believe you. No.
We can go back and see. She's
I will.
saying, "Where are the bullets?"
Hold on. Wait for this ad about medication to finish. Hold on.
You don't have to say it out loud. We can just cut this out of the video.
No.
See, she says, "Where are the goddamn bullets?"
Wait. No, she didn't.
Yes, go back and put on the subtitles.
So that was just mumbling. She's like,
put on the subtitles.
Hold on.
Do you not know how?
Oh. Well, how did you read that? Wait.
Because I had subtitles on.
Okay, well, I didn't. And so I hear whimpering, like, where's the bullets? That's what it sounded like, Sergio.
And it sounds like bullets.
Well, now it does, because I know what they're saying.
Yes, and I always keep subtitles on because usually it reveals something that you have not noticed before. Something that might seem like mumbling is actually a coherent sentence that was planned out.
Well, I can't do that, Sergio. Well, I don't like having subtitles on because I'm too busy reading. Whenever there's subtitles on, I'm too busy reading what's on the bottom instead of focusing on what's on the screen. I get fixated on it. And even though I know what's the script that's on the screen in front of me, like what people are saying, I still look down and keep on reading because I like reading.
How slow are you at reading?
I'm not slow. Wow, I just had some PTSD right now.
What?
Don't worry about it. I'm not that slow. It's just that whenever it pops up, I see like something new at the bottom. I'm like, oh, I gotta read that. Oh, I gotta read that. Oh, I gotta read that. Whenever it pops up, even though I know it's a script, and I bet I'm not alone either. I bet there are others out there like me that can't have subtitles.
Yes, there are. That's why subtitles are available.
No, there are people. They're available for people like you, Sergio, the ones that want to read it.
Yes, and there's also an option to take them off for people who get distracted by them.
Which is everyone. Everyone doesn't. No, not everyone likes subtitles.
I know that.
What are we arguing about?
You kept arguing, saying that she doesn't. Why doesn't she just shoot the gun? And I told you she doesn't have any bullets.
Oh, we're
And
still
you're
on
making
that.
the argument that yes.
Oh God. Okay, we gotta move on.
And I was telling you that she's looking for the bullets. You said no, she's not. I said yes. I said turn on the subtitles. She says, "Where are the bullets?" And you were arguing, saying that you can't read the subtitles because you're too distracted by what's going on, and you can't see what's going on because you're too distracted by the subtitles.
God, I spiral a lot lately. I'm pretty tired, and I didn't eat anything today, so I'm kind of spaced out a little bit. All right, let's go to our trivia, Sergio. Wait, no.
What trivia?
Wait, no, we got to go to our ratings.
All right then.
You go, Sergio. What's your rating?
I give this a 2 out of 3 out of 5.
2 out of 5?
Yeah.
Wow, you didn't like it that much, huh?
No, I probably would have given it a 1, except for the fact that there was some interesting stuff if you actually know the lore of Friday the 13th. But it's very slow burning, which does not keep your attention at all. And there's like a lot of scenes that just drag on for no reason other than to just fill runtime. So it all just seems like very unnecessary.
I think that's the 70s part of it, Sergio.
Yes.
Like the fact that they
Yes, I
shot this
know,
in 79.
Yes, I know. And I'm saying that I understand that. But usually in other 70 movies that we've seen, the fill-up space usually has a purpose. But right here, it feels like it has no purpose.
I especially thought it was weird with the ending. Hold on. I'll give my rating. Hold on. All right. So I'll give it 3 stars because I do like the kills. And I do like the atmosphere. I like what they try setting up, and the foreshadowing is really good. And I do like the twist that it wasn't Jason. It was the mom the whole time. And I think it's funny how the main killer was someone wearing a sweater the whole time in the middle of the summer, which I think is kind of funny. And yeah,
I thought she was wearing a sweater. I thought she was wearing a sweater because it's late at night and there was a huge storm before.
You know what? You're right. Okay, take it back. And also, I want to know, Sergio, what do you think of the ending?
The ending?
Yeah, the ending.
I think it was mostly supposed to be like a cliffhanger to get people scared, but from what I know of what happens in the rest of the franchise, it feels I'm not sure. It felt like it was supposed to lead up to something or just leave on a cliffhanger as most horror movies do, but when I watched it, it didn't really give me a sense of like scared or anything like that. It made me get a sense of the whole music and tone that I felt when looking out into the lake and thinking that Jason's still there. I'm thinking of when it zooms into the lake, it zooms out from the lake, or does it zoom in or zoom out?
Zooms in.
Lake? Zooms in. It gave me a feeling of going home. It didn't really give me a feeling like something scary down there.
I thought it was really funny, and also weirdly like I don't know. It was a weird way to end the movie. I thought because I didn't know anything was gonna happen with the ending. I thought okay, it's gonna be over, but it felt like it was leading into something really like very happy ending. Like oh, the cops come over, they say today they got her. Oh no, they got. When he jumped out, I'm like oh shit, and he jumped up and took her down the water. But the next thing you know, they wake up saying it was all a dream. I'm like wait. No, this all better not be a dream. No. And they said that, oh no, we got you when you fell in the water. But Jason was on there and they're saying, we didn't get any person else out there. And she's looking off into the camera saying, so he's still out there. With some weirdly sad music plays in the background. I'm like, this is weird. This feels off.
Yeah.
It's like 3 endings in one.
For me, for me, I think they were trying to make it like a sort of eerie kind of thing, like like a haunted place,
Yeah.
But then, but the whole sad music and zooming into the lake, it just made me feel like that's their home. He's there. He's resting there, or something like that.
Right, but that's not real because he's dead.
Yeah, resting, which means that he's dead.
I'm using my horror movie logic here because when I saw the ending with him grabbing her into the water, I immediately thought of the ending of Nightmare on Elm Street. Have you seen that movie?
I have seen Nightmare on Elm Street, but I don't know which one you're referring to.
The first one.
I don't think so. I don't remember the ending for that one.
Oh, so what happened was you know what? I'm not gonna show. I'm gonna tell you after I show you. So I'm gonna tell the audience after I show you.
Hey, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. What's going on with the window?
So what happened in the ending was it seemed like it's all over, like it was all happy ending, but it turns out, oh no, it's all a nightmare. And Freddy's hand comes out of the door and sucks the mom back up into into the house. But I'm laughing because it looks like he just took a Muppet, like threw a body double into like inside of the thing.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, that's what makes it funny. You don't think that's funny, Sergio?
Well, no, because I see it as like they replaced it with a puppet and they dragged it back inside.
Yeah, how is that not funny to you?
I don't know.
All the contortion of the body just started bending when it hits the side of the door. It was hilarious. Oh God, you have no soul, Sergio. You don't have a sense of humor. That's comedy. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say you have no sense of humor.
So what else do we want to talk about?
Some trivia.
Like what?
So, did you know that Kevin Bacon shaved his armpits for the bedroom scene?
No.
Oh wait, I forgot to mention. I bet Kevin Bacon was in this movie. You know Kevin Bacon, right?
I know Kevin Bacon.
Oh yeah, you saw Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. You remember him. And the actress that played Mrs. Voorhees, Bessie Palmer, said that if it was not for the fact that she was in desperate need of a car, she would never have accepted the role of Pamela Voorhees. In fact, after she read the script, she called the movie a piece of shit. Over the years, however, Palmer did warm up to the film as it made her more famous and infamous and made appearances at conventions and in documentaries to discuss it. Kind of reminds me of how... Actually, no, never mind. All right. I thought you might find that interesting.
No, it makes sense because based on what I saw in this movie is very low budget and a lot of things could have gone wrong in just the execution of these scenes. But seeing as it came out, it seems decent and definitely needs to open for something else to happen, even though the movie itself just feels like something that just like people just want to get over with.
Yeah, but I wonder what car she got too.
Was it not the car that she was driving?
No, the budget for the movie was like the price of a car, or like probably not. I'm over exaggerating by a lot. Think about it now. It was $550,000. I could think of a lot of cars you can buy that are cheaper. Never mind. I'm trying to start shit, Sergio. I don't think you noticed.
No, I know, but I just think we're just too tired to do that right now.
I'm tired. You know, I got a birthday happen. I got a friend's birthday coming up. His name's You know Jason, right?
No.
Oh yeah, he told me I think I get him a birthday gift. We're going over to Big Bear, on the lake in Big Bear. Got some campgrounds there. We can hang it out over there. Yeah, a couple of my friends and my girlfriend's gonna go there. We're gonna have fun there. Oh, I actually, Sergio, I gotta tell you, I'm gonna be out. I can't help record on Friday the 13th because I'm gonna be over there celebrating his birthday.
That doesn't make sense when you're releasing this on the 13th.
Well, because we released. Wait, hold on. Shit. I mean, never mind.
Do you want to know some background onto the building of what they did with the Jason's character?
Okay.
Well, he was actually pranked by being dunked into the lake because he was deformed in the face specifically. So he was basically picked on a lot. And I just looked into the Wikipedia. Apparently, he did not drown.
So they lied.
Yeah. You see, in the second one, you said that the original director did not want to do it because he felt like it was a stupid idea, right?
Yeah.
So they completely retconned the whole origin story of Jason drowning and just had him sink under the water, but come up upon a shore somewhere else and just waits there until his mom comes to get him.
Sergio, that sounds so stupid.
It is, but if we want to do it, if we want to get more into that, we probably should watch the second movie.
They only got to get better from here, right?
A little bit, yeah. So at a certain point, they do get good, but then after that, they kind of go downhill because it's just like a bunch of Jason going to different places.
I know Jason Goes to Manhattan, like
Yeah,
the Muppets.
Yeah.
And doesn't he go to space?
Yeah, that's Jason X, which is I actually watched that because I heard about it, and it is one of the worst horror movies I've ever seen.
Really?
Yes, it's worse than this one.
I didn't even think this one was that bad.
Yeah, it's worse. It's just so much worse.
Holy shit, there's so many. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They could have did one more and be 13. They did 12.
Uh-huh. I think they might be planning to do another one, but I don't think so because of how long it's been.
I don't
I think
want
they were trying to do another one.
I don't want them to, but I kind of do. So we
Yeah.
can just get the 13th movie, Friday the 13th, part 13. It could be called Friday the 13th movie. That's terrible, I know.
Friday the 13th finale or like Friday the 13th kills. I'm trying to go based on what they did with the Halloween, where they try to play around with the title.
Friday, F13. You know, that's not actual periodic table. Never mind. Friday after next. Friday the 13th after next.
That doesn't make sense.
Next Friday after the 13th.
The last Friday 13th?
They can make it. They can have Ice Cube in it.
I don't think you would like that.
Why not?
Well, because most in the rest of the Jason movies, a lot of the people die, and there's only ever like 1 or 2 survivors. And I'm for sure that if Ice Cube's going to be in it, it's because it's just going to be like a cameo, and he's going to die immediately after.
Wait, hold on. I'm looking at the release dates for the movies right now. The first one says it was released in the U.S. on May 9th. So then Friday the 9th. Second one, Friday the 1st, May 1st. Friday the 3rd. Okay, they got the third one coming on the Friday 13th. And the fourth one, the final chapter.
How do you know it's a Friday?
Because they always release movies on Fridays for the weekend box office.
Are you sure these are Fridays?
Yes, I am 99% sure.
Is there a way we can look that up to be sure?
Okay, yeah.
Because if you're just assuming that, I'm not going to take it seriously.
Really? Sergio, they always do that. They never release a movie in midday unless it's like a holiday.
Is that a Friday?
Yeah, it's a Friday.
I can't see that. That looks like a Thursday, dude.
It's a Friday.
That's a Thursday.
No, it's May 9th, 1980. May 1980 on the 9th.
Oh, 9th.
It's
Okay,
Friday.
sorry, I was looking at 1.
God,
I was looking at 1. I was thinking about the other one.
I feel like my mom trying to teach myself math. If you got 3 apples and you got 2 that you want to share, how many would you share?
Okay.
7. If you have 3 apples.
Is this in the summer?
What?
Is May in the summer? I forgot.
Yes. Like beginning of
Okay.
summer.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess it actually lines up, but it'd been better if it was actually on the 13th.
Yeah, see what I mean? They nailed it with the last one. On the Michael Bay produced one. That came on the 13th. Then honestly, the only time they can make these drop these movies where it'll be accurate would be in the summertime. Except probably like Halloween, but that's mainly it.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're camp counselors, that would just be during the summer.
Uh-huh.
You know what they could do? They can do other type of schools, other type of camps,
Like what?
like drama camp.
Why would they be having drama camp near a lake? You went to drama camp, didn't you?
Yeah,
Did you go to an outdoor drama camp
yeah,
near a lake?
yeah. I also went to asthma camp too. That was near Lake. And survivors camp.
Isn't that just any camp?
No.
Or was it during the summer?
Yes.
So that's any camp that's just happening in the summer.
No.
It could be anything.
It was special.
Because all these, as the time goes on, I noticed that it does not take place at a summer camp. It just happens when some people are just staying nearby Camp Crystal Lake.
No, but they're camp counselors in the first one.
They're the camp counselors in the first one, but as the movies go on, they're not counselors. They're just random teenagers who spend time near the lake.
Really? What about the one in Manhattan? There's no camps in Manhattan. Do they just what happens there?
Jason hitches a ride chasing the teenagers on a boat.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he just stows away on the boat and just kills them on the boat and then follows them throughout Manhattan.
Okay. What about Jason X? That's
Jason
when I checked.
X-
There's no camp in space.
There actually is. They're on a different planet. That's besides the
Get
point.
the f out of
So-
here!
Okay, that's a stupid reason on why they actually put him in space. It's because they actually the military actually captures the real Jason Voorhees and they put him in a cryo freezer. And then they transport him to a different planet because they want to examine why it is he can regenerate all the time. It's like trying to make people live longer or try to cure cancer or something. I don't know. They want regenerative powers, I guess. And the people who are transporting him, the ship malfunctions, and then he breaks out and he becomes fused with this kind of nanobots that make him like a cyborg. And then he goes, and then they put him, and then he kills everyone on the ship except for like 3 people and a robot. And then he drops down onto a different planet into a camp with a lake. That's essentially it. That's why I say it's the worst one because the concept and the story is so dumb.
We might have to watch that movie, Sergio, because of how much you
Yeah, I know.
hate
That's
it.
why I'm saying if we want to go more into the stories and actually get a good perspective on like how it is or why these were made or how these things are doing, you should probably go along with the other movies. So we'll check in on that and we'll try and put them out whenever we can.
I don't think I can handle watching all of these movies, Sergio. I gotta be honest with
Some
you.
of them are good, some of them are bad. It's like the Fast and Furious, where some are good, some are worse.
But then again, none of them went to space. Wait, no, hold on.
Why are there so many candy rappers in here? How much do you eat? I eat when I'm nervous.
Oh my god. Well,
You see how invincible you are.
uh,
Oh man.
I guess you can.
Yeah, you see, in Fast and Furious, they just did it because it's crazy, and this one they did it because they're trying to just like bank off of it by going what's based off what's popular. So I think we should just stop it here and just end the episode.
All right. Happy Friday 13th, everyone, and happy birthday to anyone with a sick set of parents that call themselves Jason and their birthdays because their birthdays landed on Friday 13th.
That would be so cool.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Jason.
Um,
Oh my god.
right.
You know there's a family that did that.
I'm for sure there's a family that did that.
Yeah, same way they have a kid that was born on Halloween called him Michael. Like
I
Mike.
could definitely see that. Yeah.
Well, that was not
Alright.
as bad because yeah, okay. Well, now we wrap it up. All right, later, guys. We dragged this on for long enough. All right, bye. I'm Chance.
I'm Sergio.
Have a cinematic day.
Welcome to the party, pal! Oh my god! That's your home! Are you too good for your home? Answer me!
I'm a peacock! You gotta let me fly!
Have you ever met a person you say, hey, let me get some parfait? They say, hell no, I don't like no parfait.
How's that for a slice of fried gold?